Welcome to Car Comparos. Today we are comparing the Mahindra E Verito electric versus the Maruti Suzuki Dzire. Pricing and features. The top-end E Verito D6 variant costs 11.7 lakh on road Delhi, which is 2 lakh rupees more than the top-end Dzire ZDI AGS automatic variant costing 9.6 lakh rupees. Even the top-end E Verito is quite bare-bones basic and skims on a long list of features compared to the Dzire like ABS, airbags, climate control, parking sensors, steering wheel switches, fog lamps, electrically folding mirrors, height adjustable driver's seat, push button start and smart key. Fuel efficiency. The Dzire diesel automatic has an ARAI certified mileage of 26.59 kmpl. In our real-world tests, the Dzire automatic returned fuel efficiency of 18 kmpl, while the E Verito covered 7 km per kilowatt hour or unit of electricity. But since a unit of electricity costs a tenth of a litre of diesel, the E Verito saves 1.7 lakh rupees worth of fuel cost over usage of 75,000 kilometers. Performance and drivability. There is no getting away from the fact that the Dzire has immensely superior performance than the E Verito. The Dzire diesel is 120% more powerful and 150% more torquey than the E Verito in terms of power to weight and torque to weight ratio. Of course, the E Verito is significantly more refined than the Dzire. The minute whine from its all-electric powertrain is negligible compared to the clatter of the Dzire's diesel mill. Mahindra claims the E Verito's range to be 110 km on a full charge. It takes 1 hour 45 minutes for the fast charger to charge 80% of its battery. This means that intercity touring is out of question, leaving the E Verito good only for city commutes. Inside the city, its claimed top speed of 86 kmph is more than adequate, as you will rarely get an opportunity to stretch the legs of even the Dzire beyond that speed anyways. Understandably, the E Verito does not have the flat-out acceleration of the Dzire AMT, but you will have no complaints with the E Verito's drivability around town. That being said, the E Verito misses out on the creep functionality present in the Dzire and most other automatic cars. Cars with creep functionality start crawling ahead at around 5 kmph without any accelerator input when you take your foot off the brake pedal, making them a breeze to pilot in city traffic. Space and comfort. The E Verito easily beats the Dzire in terms of cabin space. The E Verito's rear seat has far better leg room as well as elbow room than the Dzire, allowing 3 full-size adults to sit comfortably with space left over for an occasional fourth passenger. Dzire, on the other hand, is a tight squeeze even for 3. The Verito also has a generous 510 liters of boot space compared to 316 liters of the Dzire, something that will come quite handy on airport runs. However, Verito's interiors feel positively prehistoric in this day and age, even compared to the quite average interiors of the Dzire. Handling and ride quality. The E Verito is based on the Verito, which was a rebadged Renault Logan, which itself was a rebadged Dacia Logan, which was developed in Romania to tackle the underdeveloped parts of Europe. It has fantastic ride quality and absorbs all that the National Highway Authority of India can throw at it. The Dzire, on the other hand, has a rather stiff ride and you need to tread lightly over broken tarmac. However, the Dzire makes up for its stiff ride with its effervescent cornering manners. It has delightfully quick responses with a precise and direct steering and puts a smile on the face of the driver around twisty roads. The E Verito, on the other hand, is dull and listless with early onset understeer and slow steering setup. Reliability and after-sales service. Maruti Suzuki is the unchallenged leader when it comes to providing hassle-free ownership experience to car owners in our country. The Dzire has proven to be far more reliable than any Mahindra vehicle till date. However, The E Verito has the distinct advantage of having just one-tenth of the moving parts compared to the Dzire, which in theory should give it an advantage over the Dzire. Maruti's sheer network reach with its 2000 plus touch points is far more than Mahindra's 400, but the E Verito doesn't need to be taken to the service station in the first place. Mahindra's technicians can service it in your parking, and since there is no oil change, filter change, etc., service bills are no more than 1500 to 2000 bucks. Resale and cost of ownership. Obviously, the Dzire is bound to depreciate far lesser than the E Verito just because the Indian car buyers are yet to warm up to the idea of electric vehicles. Overall, the E Verito and the Dzire Automatic work out to have more or less similar cost of ownership, which was a bit of a surprise even to us. Only cost to the E Verito buyers is going to be the EMI cost. Fuel and servicing is practically free. Lest we forget, we have given both the cars some benefit of doubt by not considering the steep maintenance cost and upward trending crude prices for the Dzire and the battery replacement cost of the E Verito, which currently is 1.5 to 2.5 lakhs but is rapidly trending downwards. That brings us to the verdict. Dzire Diesel Automatic entered this comparison test thinking it would be a cakewalk to defeat the E Verito. But as the test began, the E Verito started chipping at the Desire's advantages one by one. The Dzire ZDI has loads of extra features over the E Verito, but most of those features are gimmicks with more bragging value than actual usage value. The top-end E Verito D6 has more or less similar features as the Dzire VDI, but Maruti Suzuki does not offer an AMT gearbox with the VDI. What the E Verito loses out in terms of pricing, it makes up for it by saving the fuel costs. It makes up for the lack of well-appointed interiors with superior space and comfort. It makes up for its dull handling with supreme ride quality. It even makes up for Mahindra's spotty track record for reliability and after-sales service by eliminating most of those darned moving parts as well as eliminating the very need to visit dealerships for service. There remains only one thing which it cannot make up for, and that is performance. All it needs is a wee bit of more range of around 180 kilometers, a bit higher top speed of around 120 kmph, a bit lesser charging time of around 15 minutes for 50% range, and some fast chargers on the highway. That would practically be enough to give it an intrastate touring ability and make it a complete car. But for now, the Dzire holds on to the top spot in this test.